My parents still talk about you, not because of what you said, but because of how gently you carried yourself around them. You've surprised my parents in a way that made me proud. They said they see the calm they always wished I'd find. When my parents saw how you handled every question with grace, they said, "Now we understand your heart." You didn't try to impress them, yet you became the standard by which they now measure everyone else. My parents told me they felt safe knowing someone like you was beside me. That's how deeply you touched them. You've truly surprised my parents. They didn't expect someone so emotionally mature to still believe in love like that. They told me, "We saw how they looked at you. That's love without performance." My parents said they haven't seen me that happy in years, and it's all because of the peace your presence brings. You surprise them by showing that kindness doesn't need to be loud to be powerful. My parents confessed you reminded them of their younger selves, when love still felt pure and real. They said the way you spoke to them carried wisdom beyond your age. It left them speechless. You've truly surprised my parents. Even after you left, they said your words stayed echoing in their hearts. My parents noticed the way you listened, not out of politeness, but out of genuine care. That's what won them over. They thought no one could change their mind about modern love until you walked in and rewrote their beliefs. You surprised them with your humility, even when they praised you endlessly. My parents said you have the kind of soul people search lifetimes to find and rarely do. You've truly surprised my parents. They've stopped worrying about my future because they trust your energy completely. They said they could feel the love between us just by how we looked at each other across the room. My parents were never easy to impress, but with you, it wasn't about impressing, it was about connection. You've surprised them by proving that love can be both gentle and strong all at once. My parents told me they saw something divine in you, not perfection, but purity of intention. They said you carry yourself like someone who's been through storms and still believes in the sun. You've truly surprised my parents. They said, "If this one's in your life, you must be doing something right." My parents told me they can see how differently I smile now, and they thanked you for it. You surprised them with your patience. They said you speak like someone who values every heartbeat in the conversation. My parents admitted they judged too quickly, but your warmth melted away every preconceived thought. You've surprised them by showing that strength isn't loud. It's the quiet confidence in your eyes. My parents said they felt an instant peace around you, as if they'd known you for years. They told me afterward, "You're lucky. Not everyone meets a soul like that in their lifetime." You surprised them with how you respected their traditions while staying true to who you are. My parents said your presence made our home feel lighter, like the walls were breathing again. They've met many people, but none who carried sincerity the way you do, effortless and unforced. You've truly surprised my parents. They said you're the kind of person who makes others believe in goodness again. My parents told me that when you smiled, it reminded them that love doesn't have to be complicated to be real. You surprise them not by being extraordinary, but by being authentically human, kind, flawed, and beautifully real. My parents admitted they were nervous before meeting you, but you disarmed them with your honesty in seconds. You've truly surprised them. They said, it's rare to meet someone who feels like peace disguised as a person. My parents said your energy was familiar, like they'd met you somewhere before, maybe in a better lifetime. You surprised them by understanding their silence more than their words. That's how they knew you were special. My parents confessed that you made them realize love doesn't need to be loud to be lasting. You've truly surprised my parents. They said you brought warmth into the house even after you left. They told me you reminded them what it means to love with presence, not promises. My parents said the way you cared for small things revealed your true heart more than any grand gesture could. You surprised them by holding space for their opinions, even when you didn't agree. That's rare. My parents admitted they were impressed by your emotional intelligence. They said, this one listens to understand. You've truly surprised my parents. They said they haven't felt that kind of calm around someone in years. My parents told me they felt seen and respected, and that's something not everyone gives them. You surprised them when you made them laugh, not out of humor, but because they felt safe enough to. You've truly surprised my parents. They can't stop talking about how differently you carry yourself, with such quiet strength and grace. My parents told me they never expected someone like you to walk into my life, someone who could win their hearts so effortlessly. You've truly surprised my parents. They saw the real you, not the version the world gossips about. And now they understand why I adore you. My parents admitted you changed their perception of love. They finally saw what I've been feeling all along. You've surprised my parents in a way I can't describe. They see the purity in your soul that I've always cherished. When you spoke to them, my parents went silent, not out of judgment, but out of awe at your calm confidence. My parents confessed something I never thought I'd hear. That person truly loves you. We can see it in their eyes. You've truly surprised my parents. They didn't expect someone so genuine to walk into our world of masks. My parents thought they had you figured out, but your kindness shattered every misconception they ever held. They were expecting another face in the crowd, but you walked in like a presence the room had been waiting for. My parents noticed the way you look at me. They said it's rare to see such sincere affection anymore. You've truly surprised my parents. They're still talking about how your energy felt healing to be around. When my parents met you, something shifted. They said it felt like the house suddenly had peace again. You didn't need to impress them. Your silence, your smile, your heart did all the talking. My parents once warned me to be careful, but after meeting you, they whispered, "This one's different." You surprised them not with words, but with the way you made them feel safe, seen, and understood. They told me later, it's rare to meet someone who feels like family instantly. You did that effortlessly. My parents had their doubts, but the moment you laughed with them, every wall they built just crumbled. You've surprised my parents so much that now they defend you even when I get upset with you. My parents confessed they were silently observing you, and you passed every unspoken test with grace. You didn't need to act perfect. Your honesty and humility spoke louder than any charm could. My parents saw the light in you that even I sometimes take for granted. You've truly surprised them. They can't stop saying how peaceful your presence feels. I saw it in their eyes, that rare kind of approval that doesn't come from logic, but from the soul recognizing goodness. They told me later, we finally understand why you look happier these days. You've changed their hearts, not by trying, but just by being your authentic self. My parents didn't expect to like you this much. Now they ask about you more than I do. You surprise them by showing that love can be quiet, yet powerful. My parents told me, if they ever leave, you'll regret it for a lifetime. That's how deeply you touched them. They thought no one could understand me until they met you and saw how effortlessly you did. My parents said you reminded them of a kind of love they'd almost forgotten existed. You've truly surprised them. They see you as someone who heals rather than hurts. They told me your energy felt like something divine, like you were sent, not just found. My parents admitted they were skeptical at first, but your sincerity dissolved every shadow of doubt. You surprised them by being humble when you could have been proud, gentle when you could have been distant. My parents said you're the kind of person they prayed I'd find, even if they never said it aloud. You've truly surprised my parents. They've started measuring others by the kindness you showed them. When they spoke to me afterward, they said, that one's not ordinary. Protect that soul. My parents used to say, love blinds people. But after meeting you, they said, no, sometimes it opens eyes. You changed the atmosphere in my home. Even my mother said the air felt calmer after you left. You surprised my father And trust me, he doesn't get surprised easily. My parents said they finally understood why I could never walk away from you. You've made them believe that maybe, just maybe, true love still exists in this generation. My parents told me they saw something rare in you, a mixture of strength and softness they can't forget. They can't stop replaying the way you listened, not to respond, but to understand. My parents thought they were just meeting someone I care about. They didn't know they'd meet someone who'd move their hearts. You surprise them with how naturally you fit into our family, like you've always belonged there. My parents said they saw how deeply you look into people's souls when you speak. That's what touched them most. You've truly surprised them. They said, "There's something different about that one, something rare,